Oh yeah, pipe smokers. Yeah, this is the Paul Gilson YouTube channel, and I'm Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy. Yeah. So yeah, happy Tuesday. It is the 19th of August already, 2025. Yeah. So let's have a Tuesday night smoke together. All right, we're gonna have a good show tonight. I think you'll get some chuckles. So yeah. So grab your favorite pipe, grab your favorite blend, and grab your favorite beverage and let's start something on fire together. I got some funny stories for you. You know, I think you'll like tonight's show. So tonight's pipe, we have this gorgeous classic looking. Look at that. Look at how sleek that pipe is. That is a Mr. Brog, B-R-O-G pipe, handmade in Poland. This particular one's made out of pearwood, and it is a Mr. Brog number 44 Latakia pipe. Okay? And in it, we have some almost 1 year, well, October 4th. It'll be a year old. We have some Sutliff buttered rum from 10/4 of 2024. The stuff is just great. I love it, man. Yeah, so let's start it on fire. Instant relaxation. So, the other day, one of my friends that lived around the corner from where I used to live saw my ex-landlord, who's a big guy. He's built like a Viking, a big Viking. He was mowing his lawn on that little Craftsman mower that I used to do, and she said, he didn't look very happy about mowing the lawn. And she said he looked like a circus bear on that lawnmower. I laughed my ass off. You know, the guy used to tell me, because Kelly the Killer Calico Cat was an indoor-outdoor cat. He's like, hey man, I don't want any, infestations of, fleas or ticks or anything in the house, You got to make sure you change the collar. They're only good for 7 months. Well, I already knew that. All right. I've owned cats all my life, so. so every 6 months she'd get a new collar. And all of a sudden one day he's sitting out on his front porch with his daughter, and I was like, what's going on? He's like, we have an infestation of fleas in my house. So one of his cats got out, apparently unprotected. He wasn't practicing what he preached. He had to bug bomb his whole side of the house, then wash all the dishes, wash all of his clothes, everything. And they did not look happy. And I just kind of was like, oh man, that's too bad. I almost started laughing, but I didn't want to do that. So, practice what you preach. That's all I can say, James. I chuckle when I think about that. Never had one flea in my house because I made sure, like I said, those collars are good for about 7 months. And every 6 months, she'd get a brand new one. So yeah, thank God it has been cooler. Last night got down into the upper 50s. I had my bedroom window open. I slept like a rock. At work today, it was nice and pleasant. No heat, no humidity. Right now it's 73 degrees in the house, which feels cool considering it's been like 82 to 85 in the house. So it's nice. My grass seed is going to be here tomorrow, and I bought this special grass seed. I can't remember the name of it, but I did a lot of research on it online, and it was like $40 for a 20-pound bag of it, but it'll do 4,000 square feet, which is enough to do what I need to do in my front yard. So I got a spreader. I got one of those Scott's push spreaders, big green bin. You dump the whole bag in and just walk around like you're mowing the lawn. So, because they had to dig up the whole front yard to replace the water main that came into the house before I bought it, because it was leaking $5,200. Thank God I didn't have to. Thank God my realtor caught that before I moved in. The seller had to pay for that. So I was reading up when to plant your grass seed. Now, my lot is 151 feet long. That's a good sized city lot, and it's 50 foot wide. My house sits way back 100 feet from the road, okay? So, and I got about maybe 20 feet behind the house or something like that, 15 feet of lawn in the back. I was reading up about planting grass, like on bare soil, and it was saying that you should use a starter turf builder fertilizer, and you should put the fertilizer down first before you put the grass seed down, because if you put the grass seed down, put the fertilizer over the grass seed, fertilizer can actually burn the grass seed. So, and right now is the prime time to do it. So I think I'm going to do it in sections. I've got 100 feet. I'm going to do 25 feet at a time, starting right up against the house in front of the landscaping. Go 25 feet out, and put that turf builder stuff down first, and then the next day seed it. And then get up. It'll also make it easier for me because you have to water it twice a day. I leave for work at 6 in the morning, so I can spend 15 minutes before I go to work out there watering a 25-foot section by 50 foot wide for 15 minutes before I go to work. Then when I come home, do the same thing. And the seed is supposed to start sprouting in about a week. Then I'll start on the next section. And then probably what I'll do is finish up the last 50 feet just all on one thing, I've got one of the a sprinkler system, a rotating sprinkler system. So I'll just throw that out there in the morning, let it go for 10 minutes is all you're supposed to let it go. Shut it off, then come home, turn it back on, let it run for 10 minutes, and that'll be that. That grass will come right up with that fertilizer put down first, I can't wait. I'm you know what? My landlord would never let me use weed and feed. We had dandelions all over the yard. And I want my yard to look like a golf course. I want my lawn to be the best lawn on the entire street. I'm 60 years old. That kind of stuff's important to me now, you know. Ah, yeah, so we have a Pabst Blue Ribbon beer here. Cheers. So I want my lawn to look like an absolute golf course. Nice green grass cut like 3 inches high. I have very sandy soil here. I did all the research on it. So what it says is it says to start with the fertilizer first. Now, my whole front yard is not bare, but there's a spot that's like 15 feet wide, goes all the way to the street. That's bare. And basically what it says is it says start to use the starter stuff that has phosphorus in it. And then after the grass starts growing, you go to a different fertilizer that's rich in nitrogen. And that just helps establish everything. And then I'm going to reseed the other spots of the lawn that already do have grass, just so it all looks the same color and everything. It's going to be great, you know. I can't wait. By November, I'm going to have a nice looking lawn. Cut that about 2.5, 3 inches high. Late fall, you know. Then in the summertime, maybe let it go up maybe 3 inches, 3.5 inches. The lot's small enough where I just use a push mower. I can buzz the front lawn off in 20, 25 minutes. Then I'm going to use the weed and feed on it, where it kills all the weeds, any dandelions, anything. It'll kill anything but the grass. That's going to be beautiful. I'm so stoked. Yeah. Wow, I'll tell you what, the Sutliff buttered rum, you can't get it anymore. It's awesome. I bought like 2 pounds of it. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is so good. Like, so relaxing. Just listen to this house. It's coming along. I'm getting things unpacked. I got my high-speed internet in. It's coming in. I did a speed test on it, like 285 megabits per second, even though they told me it's supposed to be 500. It's never what they say it's going to be. Well, that's okay. I'm not a gamer. I just upload YouTube videos and stuff. I mean, but now I can upload a 22-minute YouTube video in like 6-7 minutes. Where before, using just the Verizon network would take like an hour. This is really good. I'll tell you, I love this Mr. Bragg Latakia pipe. It's a bowl number 44 Pearwood Latakia pipe. It smokes great. Oh, yeah. It's just so good. It's not all the way broken in yet, so she's starting to heat up a little bit. I'm going to let her rest. We'll be back in a nanosecond. Oh yeah, so we've graduated to a cigarette. I'll tell you, so we have Memorial Day coming up, or I'm sorry, Labor Day coming up on September 1st, which is Monday. The first Monday in September. Today's the 19th, so we're looking at almost 2 weeks away. I'm going to buy myself a big, badass steak. I'll most likely be spending it all alone, which is okay. I'm going to fire up my Weber charcoal grill. I'm going to marinate that steak. That's going to be a great steak. I'm going to get a big ass, the biggest New York strip steak I can get. I'm going to make mashed potatoes, peas, a monster freaking New York strip steak, thick cut, and go out and cook on my grill at my own house. I am truly, 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 truly blessed. Oh, man. I really am, you know. And then this fall, I got the crock pot. And then my mom a few years ago bought me for my birthday, she bought me a pressure cooker, a PC pressure cooker. And basically, you can cook like 3 racks of ribs. You just put it in the pressure cooker. It cooks them in like 60 minutes, falling off the bone. And my recipe is I usually slather them in Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. And then I'll put some liquid smoke in there. So it gives it that taste of it's been smoked all day long. And then after I take them out after 60 minutes, turn the oven up to about 450 degrees, slather on all of that barbecue sauce that's dripped down, slather that on the ribs, and then put them on cookie sheets and bake them in the oven so it gets it nice and crispy on the outside, and they're just falling off the bone good. In the fall and winter, I love to cook, man, and I'm a good cook. You know, I'll tell you, I can't wait to make stuff like beef stew in the crock pot where you're doing that. I'll be making beef jerky in my dehydrator I've got a special sauce that I use, a special marinade. I've got the beef jerky slicer, slices it up like super thick cut bacon, and then you put it in the dehydrator. After you've marinated it for 48 hours in my own recipe that I designed, that's the only beef jerky my kids will eat. It's like, oh my God. Once they had my beef jerky, it's just like, we don't want nothing else. There's nothing else that compares. And in the fall and winter time, it makes your house smell so good because you're dehydrating it for 5-6 hours. That heat's blowing up through like 6 or 7 racks filled with meat that's been marinated. And then about every hour, you turn it off, you rotate the bottom rack to the top, put the top back on, crank it back up. So you just keep rotating them about once an hour. And that gives everything all even, you know. And I take the moisture content down pretty low, so it's not like a huge amount of water content left in the beef. It's just good old-fashioned beef jerky. And I like to use, as far as the cut of meat, I've used round steak, which is real lean. And I've actually used London Broil, which is super lean, and it comes out just fantastic. I can't wait for fall to be able to start cooking lasagnas, all kinds of stuff. I don't cook that stuff in the summertime. I just don't. House is too hot. You fire up a 400-degree gas oven, and all of a sudden it's 95 degrees in your house. Cheers. I am blessed. I am happy. I love life. I loved life before, but life is just so much better now. Oh, yeah. Well, anyways, going on for 21 minutes now. Yeah. So that would be our Tuesday night smoke, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Hope you had a great smoke together with Paul the Pipe Guy. Yeah. I found my polisher. I thought it got left behind, and the evil ex-landlord got it. I found it as I was unpacking stuff. It's amazing what you find when you start unpacking stuff other people packed up. And you thought, oh, geez, I forgot that. It's gone. I found it. You know, it's like a $90 dual polishing wheel, you know. So I'm setting shop back up downstairs. I'm going to be deghosting pipes again. I'm going to be cleaning pipes again. I've got my buddy from Redeemed Pipes, Ben. He's from Georgia. He's been so patient. You know, I've had a whole box. I've had 2 boxes of his pipes. Thousands of dollars worth of pipes. And he's been patient. I says, dude, do you want me to just send them back to you? I'm in the middle of buying a house. So for months, he's been so patient. So anyway, so I'm going to start that up this weekend, yeah. And then we're going to start making a little bit of money back, you know, doing a great job for him. So if any of you have pipes that you want rehabbed, they're $20 a piece. You ship them here. I'll deghost them, ream them out, deghost them with a salt and alcohol treatment, and then I'll polish them. If there's teeth chatter, a little teeth chatter, I'll get that out of the stem. I'll shine them up. They'll look like brand new when I send them back to you. I just don't do repairs like if the stem's chewed through, okay? Or if it's got a big gash in the side of the, you know, briar. So anyways, that's $20 a piece per pipe. And then you ship them to me, and then I'll ship them back to you free of charge. And I take PayPal. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. Peace. Over, but not out. Yeah.